Before we jump into this episode, I want to invite you to join our community to help you become a better steward, scale to billions, and ultimately give more or all of it away. All I want you to do is to click the subscribe button right now. I love your support. It's incredible to see your comments, and we're just getting started. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Welcome to the Build It to Billions podcast, where we guide successful entrepreneurs and investors on their journey from millions to billions. We believe the key to scaling and compounding your wealth and life starts every single day with a mindset and practice of stewardship over ownership and applying billionaire biblical principles. Our ultimate goal is to help you scale and compound your wealth and life so you can give more all of it away to help MVPs. My name is Brett Swartz. In each and every episode, I am joined by some of the world's top entrepreneurs, millionaires, and billionaires, and they share their insight secrets with us so we can all scale up, compound our wealth in our life to make a bigger impact. I'm excited about our next guest. He's out of New Jersey, and he is on a mission today to bring a ton of value about how to basically build your company to exit. We're going to talk about scaling. We're going to talk about systems. We're going to talk about making sure you're understanding financial performance, truly financial performance. He's got an amazing website you can go to right now called bizscore.ai, and it's a BizScore application that will give you clarity, a little more clarity, and turn your chaos into clarity for as a business owner. Please welcome to the show with me, Mr. Teddy Slack. Teddy, how we doing?
I'm good, Brett. How you doing, man? Thanks for having me on.
I'm doing phenomenal. And, over the past 20 years, you built, 5 service-based businesses from scratch to 7 figures within 12 months. And you most recently scaled and exited a home service business for a 5X multiplier. Man, you got a cool background. What else about your story do we want to know before we get started?
Yeah, so that's basically it. I mean, home services is kind of my thing. I've been in home services for 20 years. I grew up in the trenches, I like to say, because I grew up with an entrepreneur father who, at the age of like 4 or 5, used to take me to the job site and leave me at the foreman. That was his way of spending time with me, So that's how I learned, basically growing up in the trenches. And then I helped start a home service business division inside of his company, so a family business. And I launched that in 2005. That was successful pretty quickly. I worked there for about 5 years, and then I wound up leaving the family business, and I went off on my own. And since that time, I've started and scaled 5 service businesses. The most recent one I just exited was in 2022.
Fantastic. And for our listeners, also getting to know you for the first time, tell us that one story on the job site. I know for me, it was my brother. He was on that Bobcat, and he pulled it forward over, like, he was pouring dirt into like this, I don't know if it was a pool or whatever. My dad was building like a foundation, but it was about a 15-foot drop. And all of a sudden he's tilted on his edge, Teddy, and like he's screaming, and I'm like the kid watching, and my dad's running over there. He's like, just pull it back. And my dad and brother's freaking out, crying, and he's probably, because he's probably like 10 years old. That's the reality. Like my dad had him on the Bobcat. I mean, it was a boy's dream, right? I'm like 8, like, oh my gosh, what was that like one like amazing story where you're just like, you'll never forget it?
Well, so we had a job where we did a big excavation. So we did residential oil tank services, environmental cleanups for homes in New Jersey. So a lot of the homes were heated with underground heating oil tanks that are made out of steel. So what happens over 15, 20, 30 years, they corrode and they leak into the ground. So now it's an environmental nightmare. So we come in and we excavate all that contaminated soil out, and then we clean it up and replace it with clean soil. One job in particular, I remember it was like, basically, I don't know, let's see, it was back in February. So I left, it was on a Friday night. I think it was Valentine's Day, and I left early. I left the crew there. I was like, listen, I'm going to go. All you got to do is backfill and just compact it. Well, it was a little bit wet. So as they're compacting it, they're driving back and forth. It was pushing the soil underneath it. It literally pushed the wall of the foundation through the house, filled the basement up with soil. And I got that call on the way home. It was about an hour away, and they were like, you got to come back. We got a major problem. So I had to run up there, and we had to structurally support the house and rebuild the wall. It was a nightmare on Friday night, man. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That is a nightmare, but everything turned out okay. You're able to, able to salvage it all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We had to rebuild everything, obviously, and make it better. And the client wasn't happy, but we made it right,
Yeah, you make it right. Yeah, awesome. Well, great, Teddy. Let's dive right into the topic at hand, which is basically building to exit, and scaling. It's like, what is the number one secret that you found over your years of helping others and also doing it yourself to be able to build your business to exit?
Yeah, so 2018, I really focused on my main business, which was residential oil tank services. And that's when I started to read a lot of books and educate myself and really learning how to run a business for value purposes as opposed to running like a lifestyle business. So, growing up, I learned from my father, who was very hardworking, just just really just gritty, just hustler.
So if you like this little short clip of the interview I just did, click over here to watch the full interview. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody.